away as professionally as possible, as if my life depends on it, but this is yet another one of those times for sure. I am motivated as fuck. Well, the best card here certainly is the rare. Very efficient creature, owns early boards, nearly possible to trade with. And of course you can try to double block it generally and then get super owned by a trick or something. Either way, it's a 3/2 first strike for 3, and it's the best card by far. Now here, very typical example, I would say, of two cards that are relatively similar in power. You could argue for the cancel possibly, or the worm, maybe the cockatrice even, but these two, the master diversion is probably slightly better than the raider, but seeing as how I've already got a really good red card, I can go with this. And the raider is good because red generally has no card advantage, and you totally would love to cycle through your stuff, get your burn and whatnot. It's just a really good card, in fact. Solid. I mean, intimidate. Basically, it's unblockable. Getting in there. Make it even better, stick some things on it, but you don't have to at all. It cycles through your things. It's like a merfolk looter kind of thing. I mean, it's quite good. Now, without even being in red, this is the best card. So, this was pack 1, pick 1, I would take this for sure. So, it's most certainly the best pick at this moment. Now, Ship's Embrace, perhaps occasionally better than Chandra's Fury, Outrage rather, but not often, and not now. Once again, it's probably the best card, and I don't see any problem with it. I will take it. This guy, not as good as you'd like to think maybe. It's good enough. It's certainly playable. It's fine. It's quite good, but you have to consider it just a 4/4/5 basically. Gotta watch so I don't get too clunky on the 3s, but it certainly doesn't hurt to have another one of those. Spore Mound, much better than anything here. Well, actually, the Archaeomancer, sorry, is probably just as good, if not better. But I'm going to stick to my colors, I think. Color, and take this. You could sort of go out on a limb and take the Archaeomancer, but I don't have a problem just trying to make a super consistent build, ensuring that you've got a good deck. And the way you play mono red, or the way you can draft mono red, it's funny because pack 2 sometimes, late in pack 2, you can already have your deck basically, and just the consistency of that is just remarkably strong. You don't have mana issues and whatnot. You can sort of even almost cut your color in the last pack and still do it. Of course, generally I guess you would have more playables if you commit to 2 colors early, but I don't know. There's so many benefits of playing monocolored. Now the Condor, Celestial Flare, and the Mark of the Vampire are better than this. Same principle as I said. Like that. Nothing here amazing. Decent removal, decent flyer. Good mono builds, whatever, but pardon me, Thunderstrike, it's good. Totally take it. It's really nice to have that many of those. Pardon me, the Minotaur is good. It's just filler though, and this is in fact better in mono-colored. Shortcutter, great. The green card's good, but Shortcutter is better, probably. Well, certainly now. Pick one, you can take the green thing, I think. I remember, I think it was like the first m14 draft I did. First video, maybe I said that blue card was good or playable or something. The second I said it, I wanted to just correct myself over and over. I'm not just saying that with the hindsight of months of playing m14, but I knew immediately. I was like, oh, it's not as good as it might seem. I haven't played it yet, I don't think. You can still do it though, for sure. And you just have to have the absolute right deck, a bunch of ground guys or something. It's like a alternative way of sort of getting in there. Barrage. There's so many better cards possibly here. Well, a couple rather. Blue, white, and a sliver. Messenger Drake is better than this, even the Spirit. probably, but such a good complement to any deck this card is. There's a few reasons why I'll take the clone, I think, over the priest. The double mana is harder to play, of course. If I do, let's say, play mostly red, which it seems like at this moment, and then secondary color, the secondary color is more than likely going to be less, meaning I'm going to have less lands for it or whatever, and concentrate more on the red, so Splash Clone a lot better, even though the Banisher Priest is probably better. Not by too much either way, Clone's quite good. Let's see who's in this. Aha! Against Straka I've certainly played. I just played this guy in the the 2-ticket event. In the finals, he's an Islander. And I definitely played this guy. Oops. I did. I was an official Windows owner. Time to jump into a second color. Certainly not going to take the Demolish or the Storm. Time Ebb, great. Divination, I'd say Time Ebb's better than Divination though. Rootwalla, arguably the best card here. Blightcaster maybe, but seeing as I've got one blue card already. It's good to bear in mind though that even though the Time Ebb was the pick over the Divination, I find with red, to go with the card advantage thing, blue, your card draw is particularly good when you're playing red. You're trying to draw your burn or enough cards to deal that lethal damage kind of thing. Phantom Warrior, certainly the best card. I don't know if it's the pick that I can almost use more playables and take this. The Talons is sort of sketchy though. Get 2 for 1 and whatnot. The Phantom Warrior is that much better, I'll take it. None of these are anything to write home about. Take the Merfolk, it's fine. It's filler. Don't like the sliver. Although this is the fine line between starting to commit to that one color and then going into your second. I'll try to maybe dive into blue a little bit. But see, I'm not committing to it. That's how I like to do it, is have, well, often do this way anyways. Have the one base color that you're firmly planted in, and then the second color just sort of testing the waters and seeing how it works out. And being able to bail at any moment. Demolish, better than Smelt, I would say. Strangely enough. It might not even be actually, come to think of it. Let's see here. Since I do want to do the m14 pick order soon, I should know this. I'll have to go with Demolish over Smelt. Domestication. I love it. It's very good. Pitchburn Devils. Of course, I can totally use. However, great too, of course. I will possibly try the 2 colors. I'm trying to convince myself. Domestication's really good. You might even get that Devils back. You could take a sliver or something. Probably put the Bar Sliver. Pitchburn Devils are probably better than that, but I'm not even committed to blue yet, necessarily. Now I am. That's all it takes. That one pick puts you into the 2 colors. Gotta watch your mana, though. Deathly important. I know, I'm playing this probably. Why not? Even if this turns out to be the typical 9/8, 9 mountains and 8 islands, you'll have problems. And this is, it's just classic. It's Magic 101, where all that slight difference, that one extra mountain, will mean the world of a difference. I mean, you will see the hands with 2 mountains and 1 island and be able to not play your Phantom Warrior or whatever. Pyromancer, that's nice. Amazing card, of course. Super efficient. Drops early and then gives you an army leg game here. Shortcutter is better than the scroll thief for sure, but I've got plenty of 3-drops. And actually, I think for that reason, I might take it over it. I'm not sure. I certainly can use more little things. Never hurts to have a bunch of little things like that. You know what? I've got plenty of 3-drops. That's the only reason. Scroll thief is much better. And I actually should have maybe taken it just to balance out the colors a little better. I don't think I need that raider. Steal the 40 cents and deprive somebody of that card. Some questionable there though. Passing a lot of good black. Not a problem. Clearly not playing it. Not gonna worry about bad stack 2. I guess I'll take that over here drafting something. Nice to see another shortcutter. Still sort of regretting that pick though. Not taking the scroll thief. I think it's certainly better than the shortcutter, but the shortcutter is quite good. And curve is extremely relevant, so I'm not sure. I mean, look at all the 3-drops I've got and could play. Just to throw another one in there just makes your deck clunky, and as good as it is, that's just extremely important as well. I mean, you know what'll happen. You get a handful of 3-drops, and you can play them by turn 3, and then turn 4 you can play another 3-drop, as opposed to turn 2 playing something, developing your board, your opponent being screwed, getting some damage in there, all that stuff. Or you even just being able to trade with their crazy aggression versus just dropping 3-drops, which turn into chumps half the time. Four rares. And the rare count is generally bad. Doesn't mean anything but bad things. But it's fun. Automatics to build it to start. The best cards. And maybe check this out, see if you can fill that curve better. The egg, I quite like it. Take more of those. Trick. Suppose that'll do. Could arguably put the coral merfolk in over something though. I could say with the 2 condors that the fire cat's better than the dragon egg, maybe. In 2 colors, of course, the egg isn't quite as good. It's a very good card, but you have to consider everything, of course. So many 3-drops. I'll keep the 2 raiders in. Maybe I'll take out that. As good as it is, of course, the synergy with the barrage. And a 9-8 again. I'm gonna drink some coffee and surf the net. I'll see you in a moment. It's gotta go. And that's quite good. Lord of Winterfell. I wonder if my monocolored build would have been better if I'd gone that direction. That's such a fine line though, as always. Huh? What the fuck just happened? got this. Okay, anyone defeated? I have no comment on that. You saw what happened? Let's see if he wants to trade. I think I want to offer it. I'm not putting that, of course, on top of the library. Sort of nice. I don't know. Probably best to play the Raiders so I can have that land for sure, but or more than likely, but I don't know. You can save the time up, of course, for enchantments and whatnot. Now, do I kill this? Could, of course, just steal it. Seems like a waste to do this. I'm just, I don't know, playing extreme tempo, I suppose. Assuming I can steal whatever he plays now. Oh, God. Okay. Steal the first strikes there? I don't know. It's terrible. I can't do that. That's absolutely terrible, but he wins the play. Get in with everybody else, and then he blocks a 1/1 and takes 3, or blocks my Pyromancer and takes 2, and then I don't know. Do it this way. Is it worth doing it now? I'm going to steal the striking sliver, let's say. Attack with everybody else. Probably blocks my Raider and takes 4. Possibly stabilizes. I waste all my resources. I don't know. Don't know why I'm waiting. Nor why I didn't play the land. Completely stupid with inspiration or whatever it is in my deck. Oh my god. Thank you, Jeebus. Don't know how I got away with that one. Certainly should have attacked, I would think. And I don't know why I didn't kill it. Not sure this is better. I guess it kills his sliver if I get to attack with it. Hopefully he's got a handful full of blue cards. Well, you know what I mean. Seems so sketchy. Maybe I do this? Good God. I don't know, like this is probably wrong. Once again, just going for crazy tempo, trying to race and just dealing as much damage as I can. Now that I sort of know his deck is like a little more, pardon me, maybe make some sideboard adjustments. This spy is in fact playable. Pardon me, he's really aggressive, so maybe just allows me to get in there a little quicker. These raiders are not nearly as good when he's got cards of that color. It's just best to go something like that. This will sort of provide some more protection for me and blocks stuff at least a little bit. Those 2/2s and whatnot. This egg would be sort of good as well. Unless he's got that flyer thing. It'll get through. Block something. Not sure what I take out. Maybe I'll play the egg just over that. Keep it in Merfolk Spy. I was thinking of taking it out. Oh, thank God, not the first strike sliver. That's the death of me. I don't like it, but obviously in a sliver deck it's good. Fair enough. I was thinking if he did have a way to kill it, whether I would want to sack it for damage or play another goblin. I figured I want to play a goblin, so I anticipate that. I don't want to kill that. I don't think it's worth it. This guy won't get through anything else. I'm off the trade. Might be best, I don't know. Ugh, good God. Seems like such a waste. Let's hope I have a creature. That'll do. Not the best, but certainly better than a land. Still very fragile. I was trying to say vulnerable and fragile at the same time. And that's all he needs. Any other color, I'm sure. Good God. 3 color slivers. 4 color slivers. And how about I tap it correctly versus bluffing the Essence Scatter? This is probably more important. I assume he's going to attack now. Not sure if I'm going to want to block. Please not the damage sliver. That's bad too. Let's see. What am I going to do? Just keep taking that? Or do I get in there? Possibly just clone that. I think because he didn't attack with that second thing, I can take it. I don't know. Probably terrible. This might be a little risky. guess. If I rip another land, I just clone this battle sliver. Hope he doesn't rip his little first strike guy or something. Or island flying one or something. I don't know. So many things can go wrong, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm in decent position. It goes to show how that sliver deck is good, but I mean, you've gotta get the lands right first of all. You can hardly get enough labels if you're just playing like 2 colors or something. I think I've got to clone that guy. Good times. I have no idea what my rips are, if any. Just because I'm not positive. If I can rip out of it, I'll keep her going. See what I draw anyways, of course. Oh, that was ridiculous. I can't believe I did that. I thought my guy was 1. 1 time. Okay. That'll do. So, I'll see you later.